Ricky John Francois, Detroit Lions, veteran defensive tackle, first year with the team, implies that the Lions need an overhaul and, overall to change the culture here in Detroit. We back Mercy Sports Talk. It's your boy CJ Goodfella, man. It's nothing new. We've been through that. But the culture change don't start with the coaches. It don't start with the players. It don't start with the front office. He can point fingers and say players just going through the motions when they in Detroit. And I think that's what he's implying. But it's not the management. We didn't change management. We didn't went from Millen to Millen. Basically, Tom LeWine and Mark Mayhew was with Millen. And now we completely got away from the Miller era, officially, and got Bob Quinn. Okay? Now we got the Bob Quinn era. Nothing really seemed to change. The only thing you could change about this team is the only way you can change the culture and the losing or over the Detroit Lions is to change the ownership. Okay? Ricky John Francois, he ain't said nothing we already didn't know. This player don't care, the coaches and this and that. We do everything get right in practice and this and that. It don't matter. The Lions won't win unless the ownership changes. You know what I'm saying? Unless somebody come in here from the Ford family legitimately care about investing into this team and put priority on this team as the number one thing on their list and really, put their money where their mouth is. You've seen it with the Chicago Bears this year. The ownership, got the backlash from the city. The city was tired of losing. The city was tired of them not going out there, really going to get it. You know what I'm saying? They put their money where their mouth is. They spend money on the offense. They drafted defense. They went out and got the right coach. They went out and got a quarterback. They went out and traded for Khalil Mack. Their actions showed that they were invested into the Chicago Bears. The Detroit Lions have never done that. The Detroit Lions at most have, 50%, not even like 40 or 30% invested into the Lions. They get the dope offense, don't get the dope defense, They get the dope, they get a good defense, they don't have a good offense. They have never fully invested and went all in and gave Detroit Lions the full support of their financial backing. And that's what it is. They go out and get these washed up scrubs like Reggie Bush. They go out here half-hearted and not getting the free agents we need to be. And when you in the mid-sized market or not a big market like New York or LA, you got to go out there and overpay. And the Lions are real frugal when it comes to free agency. They're real frugal when it comes to coaching. They're real stupid when it comes to picking management. It's just, overall, the culture got to change with ownership. That's that's the finger that Ricky John should be pointing at. It's ownership. They the one that got the pocketbooks. They the one that employ the management. You know what I'm saying? The NFL should have a rule. If you don't, win a playoff game in 20 years, bruh, you should be subject to a review to have to sell your team. Real talk. 20 years. If your team don't win a playoff game in 20 years, bruh, you should be forced to sell your team upon review. Ricky John ain't saying nothing we all don't know, bruh. He ain't saying nothing that everybody in the world don't know. But everybody in the world know it go further than just that. Him beating around the bush and trying to secure a job for next year. We know it's the ownership. We know that when you talking about culture with the Lions, it ain't the management. It ain't the team. It don't start with the management, It don't start with the team. It don't start with the defensive coaches. It don't start with the offensive coaches. It don't start with the fans. It starts with the ownership. We know that. That's where the culture change at. And if the Lions turn over ownership, it's similar to the Knicks with James Dolan. If the Knicks turn over ownership, the Lions turn over ownership, guess what? You start to win. You start to win football games. You start to do things competent instead of incompetent. So, yeah, I'll link that article in the description, man. But like I said before, he ain't said nothing we already know. He implied a lot of things. He dropped, hints about a lot of things about the culture change. Like I said, you talk about culture with the Lions, you talking about the ownership. If the ownership don't change the culture, then, if they don't change, then it ain't gonna change. Martha Ford ain't no different from her old man, dude. She's 94 years old, bruh. Or 98, whatever she is. She old in the mud. What she know about running the team? We need to have outstanding citizens. The Lions was drafted, man. Lions were drafting high character. Everybody had to have high character with the Lions, bro. After you had a little scare of a few dudes going to jail. You ain't going to win with just church choir boys, man. You got to go out there and get the best and take risks. And the Lions never take risks. If you ain't going to take risks in the draft for free agency, then you ain't gonna win. They cheap and they don't take risks. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I'll link the article in the description, man. I'm gonna get heated up with these Lions videos and this Motor City Talk stuff, man. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Also, you can reach out to me in the email if you got a question. In addition to that, appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, bell icon button. I'll link that article link to the description. It's a video out there somewhere with Ricky John giving a verbal interview. Y'all know what it is. One time for the one time.